Evening everyone, my name is Ritesh and I am pursuing the BCA from the Dynamic Computers and the IT training by the most and most talented person who is the director of the EMAX institutions of the ARA city. Okay everyone, so I have to say to you everything about the my professional things, and now this time you think that why am I here uh, on the front of you. So main reason is here that I am just in the learning zone of the communication skills. So now this time we are going to the choosing any topic. At that topic, on that topic I will introduce something about that, okay, and then you will search any box, you will find out box on my words about my in my video. Means whatever I am just going to the say something wrong, at that time you should have to the point out, and then you will find out, and I will also helpful for that, because my English will be improved and your also some knowledge will be improved. Okay everyone, so whatever I will say to you, I hope that you will understand everything about that. So I want to say something that about one topic which is the very and very important topic in the IT sector, that is the interruptions. That what is the interruptions, what is the advantages, and this is just one we are going to be discussing in this video. So I want to say something that if we have to choose any types of the topics, at that time we should have to the clarity about all these things in the different view. Means first view is here that we should have to point out that what is that topic, means what is the interruptions, and second point is that what is the advantages of the interruptions, and then we should have to the clarity about that what is the disadvantages of the interruptions and how is it working, mean how is it executing, and all these things where we can see in the fifth point. We will also see that we will also something discuss about that how is it working, and also where we can see all these things in the practical zones and etc, so on in this video. Okay everyone, so let's start this video. 1 2 and 3. So I want to say something about the interruption, that interruption is nothing but you can say in the different angle of the view, that in the IT sectors of the view you can say that interruption is nothing but interruption is a higher priority signals which have to the executed first by the CPU through the help of the operating system. Your operating system may be your Linux, maybe your Blackberry, maybe your Linux, maybe your Blackberry, and maybe your Windows, or any type of the software that is operating software will be there, operating system will be there. But I want to say you that interruptions will be executed first with the help of the operating system and by the CPU. CPU will be responsible for the execution for the everything whatever we are going to the operation in our system. All these things is responsible for the execution for the by the CPU. So I'm just saying to you that whatever we are going to the do anything wrong in our system, at a time interruptions will be occur, and that interruptions will be called the exceptions. You can also say that is a exceptions and errors, and you can also say that is a bug in the different view. Okay everyone, that is a I am just going to the say to you that is a interruptions. Okay, so I have to say to you that what is the interruptions, but I am just going to the show you in the I am just want to say something that whatever we are going to the listening, please visualize that whatever I am just going to the say to you, that please visualize in your brain, and then you will find out the reality of this all these things. Okay everyone, so let's start it. So I have to the say to you about the interruptions, but now this time I'm just going to the say to you in the definition. I have to the say to you that which have to be executed first by the CPU and with the help of the operating system. So I'm just going to elaborate in the practically zones. Okay everyone, so the meaning of the execution first by the CPU with the help of the operating system is that, suppose you are just going to the watching this video, at that time maybe your battery is going to the low, means your battery is going to the low more than 10%. At a time maybe at the time your system will be provide one error, that one will be called the exception, that one will be called the interruptions, that one will be called the interruptions. Suppose I have to say to you that if you are going to the watching this video, at a time maybe your power is going to the decrease time by time, second by second. At a time what will be happen at the initial time of the battery low is going okay. So if your battery is going to the low by 10 after 10 9 at a time, what will be happen? You will go get one error, that is the interruption will be there, that battery is low. So that is the meaning of the interruption here. I have to just say to you that all these things, all these interruptions will be executed first. That what is the meaning of the executed first? So I have to just say to you that if you are going to the watching this video at a time, your execution is going on by the CPU. Your CPU is responsible for the execute your interruptions. First of all, I am just saying to you, listen and virtually visualize. Okay, I'm just saying to you that you are watching this video and your video have to the pause you think, because your interruption is going on, means you are also watching the video and also on the a screen flowing that exception, means your battery is low. This one will be called the interruptions, because that one is executing first by the CPU with the help of the operating system. Because suppose we are just going to the doing anything error in the you can see that in the code editors we have the different code editor, maybe code blocks, maybe turbo c or anything. So where we are going to the do something wrong, do something error, at a time what will be happen? CPU will be not execute your program, because your program have one error, contain one error, one or more than one. Okay, so I will just say to you that if you have any error, if you have any interruptions, at a time your interruptions will be executed first and then your program will be executed. Okay, so my intention is nothing, but I am just saying to you that if you are going to the watching this video, at a time your video will be not perfectly going on, your message is going on from the top of the your screen is message is coming that your battery is going low. Okay, so this one will be called the interruptions. So I have to just say to you that what is the meaning of the interruptions. Okay everyone, so after the interruptions we are just going to the discussing about the different thing. So I hope that you have to the got a 90% only, but I want to say something about, I'm just going to the give you one another example and then you will find out 100%. Okay everyone, so suppose I hope that you have to the use your maybe any types of the editor, code editor. At a time what will happen, I think that you have to the use. So I want to say that if you are going to the writing source codes, at a time your compiler will be give one error, at a time your program is not going to the execute because of the one error. Okay, so that one is the interruption. So I have to say to you already, but I am just going to the say to you that if your internet is not going to the on, means you are just going to the watching this movie, this video, at a time your internet is not on, means your internet connection is not there, at a time what will be happening, you can't see all these things, means you can't see this video because of the one exception will be occurred, that is a no internet connections, that connections is not here. So network connection is not here. So that is the meaning of the interruptions is occurring at the runtime. That interruptions will be called the runtime interruptions, runtime exceptions. Okay everyone, so I have to say to you everything about that interruptions, I hope. And after the interruptions defining, I'm just going to the say to you something, that what is the advantages of the interruptions. Okay everyone, so why is it occurring? That is the meaning of the advantages, you can say, because we are just going to the find out the solution. Okay, so what is the advantages of the interruptions, we have to the understand, we should have to the understand. So main reason is the occurring the interruptions through the interrupt handler. Interrupt handler is nothing but interrupt handler is just like a program where I have to the already defining that this these functions will be when we are going to the do something wrong in our program, in our system, at a time that error will be occur, that interrupt will be occur and handle through the interrupt handler. Okay everyone, so interrupt handler is just giving one message through that software, that what is the main reason of your interruptions. Then we are going to the find out all these things. Okay, so I'm just going to the say to you that what is the advantages of the interruptions. So main reason is that if you have no any types of the interruptions in the IT sectors fields in the related of that point, I'm just going to the say to you that if we have no any types of the interruptions, suppose we are just going to the writing the source codes in our in our code editor. Okay, at that time what will be happen, at that time suppose we are just going to the writing the C source code in our code editor, it is a code blocks maybe. Okay, so we are just writing the hash include stdio.s, but we are just writing the studio dot h. So at that time what will be happen, compiler will be give one error. That error will be very and very necessary in our program, for our program, because if that one is not giving one error at that time, how can we understand that which types of the error is executing. So for that we should have one the interruptions for the handle any problems. Okay, so we have to just say to you that what is the advantages of the interruptions. And interrupt handler will be handle the all these interruptions. And then how is it handling, or it is not doing something different from all these things. I am just going to the say to you, I have to the say to you all these things that about the interrupt handler is nothing but that one is a software which have to the contain a lot of things, their parts that whatever we are going to wrong with another system, at that time that one we produce one message. Okay, that message will be called the interruptions for us because we are the user, just like you can say. Okay, so that one will be called the interruptions. So I have to say to you that what is the meaning of the interruption, and what is the interrupt handler, and what is the advantages of the interruptions, and what is the advantages of the interrupt handler, we should have also to know. Okay, so without the interrupt handler we can't handle the any types of the interruptions, maybe your runtime, maybe your runtime, or maybe your logical or any types of the error. That time your you should have to the one interrupt handler. At that time you can find out the main reason of your exception. So that is the meaning of the uses of the that what is the advantages of the interrupt handler, and the what is the advantages of the interruptions. Okay everyone, so after the advantages we should have also to the know about the what is the disadvantages, because all these things of this world I have also the disadvantages with the advantages. Okay, because I think that I speak something good, so that is the one thing that is a I have a one advantage. But I am just going to say to you that I have no knowledge about the all these meanings, means I can't speak anywhere, means I can't speak in the in the USA because they have the standard English. So that is the disadvantages in me. So for example I have to say to you also the interruptions have the disadvantages that I'm just going to the say to you about that, because the view is here that if we are going to the something wrong in our program, at that time that one is not going to the say to you everything about that point, that why is it occurring. This one is in the short way, is it writing, is it right for that, because but this one but it is very short thing, means I want to say something that message is very slow, very very sorted, means if our battery is going to the decrease, that time we have to the got it one error, that is the interruptions, that your battery is going low. But if anyone is not, if anyone have no any idea that what should have to the do that when battery is going to the decrease, and that time they should have to the it should have to the provide one again one line that please plug in your charger of your laptop, of your mobile phone, to the through the electric or anything, means I want to save that elaborate in the details. At that time that one we call the is very mostly usable. Okay, so this one is the in the different view of the point. I have to the say to that what is the disadvantages of the interruptions, and you can also say that that one is the disadvantages of the interrupt handler, you can also say. Okay, so I have to say to everything about, I think that I have to clear about the 3 point, that is what is the interruptions, what is the and advantages of the interruptions, and what is the disadvantages of the interruptions, and what is the interrupt handler, we have to already understand. Okay everyone, so after these 4 points I'm just going to the say to you that why is it necessary in our life, because in the IT fields, because the main reason is here that if you have no any types of interruptions at a time, how can we handle the problems, how can we solve the problems. Suppose we are just like a new programmer learner, at a time we have to the gotten one error, that is a suppose exception handler is not there. Okay, so at a time what will happen, we are just writing source code, or again and again we are just going to the compile and compiling, but that one is not executing, compiling but not executing, because of the there is no any types of the interrupt handler. But if you have a handler, then we are going to the finding that which line is going to the error, contains the errors, and then we are going to the find out, and then we have to the finally solve that, and then our program is executing very easy way. So this is the very necessary, so I have to say to you about that. Okay, so for example also I have the one another example that uh, how is it so what is my now this point I am just forgetting. So I am just going to the say to you that if we are going to the see that. Yes, so I was just discussing about with you that what is the uses of the interrupt handler. So I have already said to you something about the uses of, means what is the advantages. Suppose we have no any interrupt handler in our system, and then what will happen? Our battery is going to the decrease every time